Hello, Mrs. Posner's here with a read aloud for you today. I picked one of the books I read with my children this week. It's called Not Quite Narwhal. And do you see the little character on the front? It looks like what? What does it look like? Looks like a unicorn. It has feet, it has a horn, but I think this unicorn thinks it's something else in the story. So we're going to hear what the unicorn thinks it is, and we'll see if it ends up changing its mind. So this is called Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie Sima. Jessie Sima is the author and the illustrator, I believe. Let's just check the title page. Yep, so that means that she wrote the words and drew the pictures. Not Quite Narwhal. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. So that is the name of the narwhal. I'm sorry, the main character, Kelp. He knew early on that he was different from other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. He had different tastes in food, and he wasn't a very good swimmer. So he belongs with the narwhals, but he knows he's different. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't either. So that's who he lived with. He lived with the narwhals. That is, until he was swept away by a strong current. A current is the water moving in a direction. Very strongly, it swept Kelp away. And he said, I wish I was a better swimmer. Do you see his speech bubble? Remember, we talked a lot about speech bubbles this year. That's his speech bubble. Kelp found himself at the surface closer to land than he had ever been before. High up on the cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like Kelp. What do we see up there? Do you see a unicorn in the moonlight? Kelp swam towards land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. So he had never walked, right? Because he always lived in the ocean. There he goes, trying to walk like the crab. Oof. Ow. It wasn't. Eventually, he got the hang of it. So he's learning from the crabs and the frogs and the turtles. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals! He found land narwhals. Is that what they are? No, we know they're unicorns, but that's what he thinks they are. And this unicorn says, actually, we're unicorns. And by the look of it, so are you. So they realize that he's not a narwhal, he's a unicorn. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. We call them horns. Wow. They introduced him to unicorn delicacies. Look, he's having a rainbow snow cone. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon. Kelp swam towards home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Welcome home. Kelp! They're so excited to see him. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. That's what he said. I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They took it quite well. So they already knew he wasn't a narwhal, and they loved him and accepted him for who he was. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. But then he realized that maybe, just maybe, he didn't have to choose. Look at that. All of them are together now, right? He doesn't have to choose. He can be with everyone. And this says, and the rhinoceros is saying, I'm a unicorn. I love that last page. Well, friends, I hope you liked the book, Not Quite Narwhal. I thought that was a really cute story to share today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.